All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, you guys. I think because I had gotten off of my previous live stream to share it. Normally I use my laptop and I share it from my laptop, but I think because I was sharing it from my phone, it like messed up with the live stream. So, sorry about that. Hey Jen, thanks for joining. I don't know, it could be something with YouTube as well, because like right now it's showing me that there's no one watching. And I know that there are some of you in here. And on my end it's showing no one. So. Hey Lady Raven Moon, good to see you. Okay, this camera's like a little bit, there we go. No, looky. Hey, Bone Whisperer. Oh my gosh, everybody's hopping on this live. Hello. There's 4. See, on my end, there's got to be some kind of like glitch or something going on, because on my end it shows no one's watching. Really rude. You know, I'm doing pretty good. I was just talking on my last live about the Yalda's Night community ritual and about the planetary magic videos that I'm getting ready to start making. So I'm not going to go into all of that again, but I would recommend that you go back and watch that if you're interested. A glitch in the Claire. Right? I know that's right. And I feel like once I put some lashes on this, it's gonna look so much better. Like, I feel like that's really what brings this whole look together, is the lashes and the liner. Oh, thank you so much, Bone Whisperer. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Okay, let's put on some liner. It's been years since I've done a proper face beating. I live for a beat face. Exactly. I feel super naked without it. Yeah. I also too, like, if you guys are on TikTok, follow me over there. I was actually going to later tonight make a TikTok about how I wear pages. This is a scarf. And I've had a lot of questions about my veiling and my scarves and how I wear them. So you can wear this in a sarong style, a yalta style, a hijab style, a shirt style, a gown style, a belt style. There's a lot of different ways to wear it. I also use these as altar cloths as well. You're cutting vegetables and parsley. Are you making tabbouleh? What are you making? What are you making? And thank you for like letting me be a part of your preparation. It's kind of fun to like kind of like hang out, like, even though I can't see you, but we can still connect through the digital, through the aethers. Also, don't you guys just love these earrings? Oh, I just dropped one. Hold on. I actually got these. I live for like a coin earring. And I have some really fun ones. My favorite pair I got from Amazon, but this is a new pair I got from Spirit Halloween, actually. And I just think they're so pretty. And my ears are stretched, but I still I still wear an earring. You know what I mean? You just tuck it underneath. Like, I wear it like this. Like, just tuck it. Tuck it. And you can also put enchantments on your jewelry. That's one of the things that I do, is I will leave my jewelry to kind of like charge up on my altar. I've been wanting to begin veiling, but I'm scared of people coming after me for doing so. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. It's just disappearing. Wait a second. Sorry, y'all. I'm like technologically illiterate. I've been wanting to begin veiling, but I'm scared of people coming after me for doing so. As a gay guy, I've never really cared about what people say. And well, I can be a bit feminine sometimes, but I just don't want a bad reaction from veiling for the pagan. Okay, listen. Habib, listen. If you feel called to veil, veil. Okay? Please. If you feel called to do so, it is a personal decision, and it is between you and your spirituality. You can. If you want to veil, veil. It is between you and your spirituality, your religion, your understanding of the divine, okay? And if anyone is coming after you, because first of all, if anyone is coming after anyone for veiling, they're the ones being inappropriate and problematic, okay? If they are coming after you for veiling. Yalda Bud. Yalda's night is the longest night, the darkest day. It's a whole celebration. And it has to do with life, death, fertility, witchcraft, magic, the coming new year. I just did a whole stream about Yalda's night on the last one. So I went in extensive detail about Yalda's night on the last stream. But Bone, listen, if you want to veil, veil. Okay? If anyone's coming after you, one, for veiling, then they have some serious issues to work out in their spirit. Many worshippers of Hecate veil because of her associations to you. Thank you, Redcap, for asking. I do veil. I'm veiled now. Now, this is not a scarf, but you can veil in many different ways. There are times where I do wear a headscarf, but there are also times where I kind of do more of this modern veiling, which is through hair pieces, wigs, weaves, extensions, ponytail pieces, halo extensions, buns, or even just wearing my hair up. Even if I don't have a hair extension accessory or a scarf, even just wearing my hair up is a way to veil. So I've never been on my channel with my natural hair out and unveiled. I've been veiling for consistently every single day. I've been veiling for, let's see, 15 years. A turban style? Okay, wonderful. I mean, there are Sikhs who do that as well. So, and then if someone's coming after you for being a male who is veiling, one, they're very close-minded and they don't actually understand the world and how the world works. Are you talking about the niqabs that are like this way? Like the niqabs where they cover from the face down? Are you talking about that? That's a niqab. And yeah, that covers just this part. So it doesn't cover the hair, the body, anywhere else. Now, sometimes you could wear a niqab with a hijab, or you could wear a niqab with a burqa. You could wear a niqab in different ways, but a niqab is specifically the garment that covers from here down. Yeah, that's a niqab. I think that whatever you decide and choose to veil is between you and your understanding with your spirituality, right? So if anyone is telling you that how you're expressing your spirituality is wrong, can a veil in front of the face provide a mirror or curtain between this realm and others? Well, that's the point of veiling, is to create a barrier. I personally, for me, choose to veil my crown. I choose to keep my head veiled. So it might not look like Let me do my eyeliner while I'm doing this, you guys. I'm very passionate about this, if you can't tell. But, you know, it might not look like a traditional veil to you, but a traditional veil does not have to be a scarf. There are times where I do wear a headscarf, okay? There are times, yes, where that's what I do. But you can also do it in other ways, right? So I do mine predominantly through hair extensions, weaves, wigs, accessories. That's how I veil. And I do so because my crown is sacred. My thoughts, my spirit is sacred. And it's a way to protect yourself magically. We see this also even within hoodoo, right? They will cover their heads before going into a cemetery because they do not want any attachments. Think about that. It's the same thing to be said within Sahir. I had thought that Muslim husbands wanted their women veiled so no men could see their woman. I mean, okay, there's a lot to unpack there, Stuart. I have to keep my head covered in very specific situations. Ceremonies, we always cover our head in ATRs. Yes, exactly, Jen. Exactly. Hey, River. Good to see you on here. I haven't seen you, I don't think, in one of my lives in a while. Unpack it. Okay, let's unpack it. Let's unpack it. Okay, so do some, because let's not generalize here. Do some Muslim men want their women to be veiled? Sure. But really, truly, as a whole, it is a woman's choice to choose. Hey, Mo, thank you for joining. It's good to see you on here too. I'm having a lot of you join this live who I don't normally see, so this is cool. I don't know if it's the time of day or what. But it is a woman's choice to choose how she decides to adorn and dress her body. There are practicing Muslim women who are not veiled at all, who veil nothing. And there are other women who veil everything. It's about what we find to be empowering for us. I never get notifications until just now that you're live. I've been live for almost 15 minutes. That's crazy. You guys, okay. YouTube and the algorithm does not like me. It does not. It never has. So if you want to get notifications, one, you need to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, okay? And two, you got to hit the bell. There's a little bell somewhere. Not really sure where it is. But it'll give you either personalized notifications, and those are algorithmic notifications, meaning that you won't get notification for everything I do, just what YouTube thinks you might be interested in. That is usually the standard. Then there's also no notifications, which YouTube will never talk to you about me. Then there's all notifications. So I would recommend that you hit that all notifications option if you want to stay up to date with me. And if not, that's cool too. If you just want to come in and check periodically, that's cool too. Because I do post a lot, and I know I can be annoying. But yeah, I think that especially in the West, are you still working with the Morgan, or do you pretty much work with Kali? Oh, you get all the notifications all the time? That's awesome, Jen. Jen, I really appreciate all of your support. You hit the bell, or you got the bell hit. So I actually just filmed a video for Patreon talking about this. And it will come onto YouTube, but like I said, all of the videos that I create, aside from my lives, I'll always be live here on the YouTube. But all the videos that I create go to Patreon first and sit there for a while until I move them over to YouTube. That's one of the benefits of being on Patreon, is early access releases. But I just was talking about being a devotee of the Dark Mother, and I was talking about dark matter, and I was talking about this whole aspect of my spiritual belief system and how it has evolved over time. Do I still work with the Morrigan? Yes, I do. And do I still work with Kali? Absolutely. Kali was one of the first dark goddesses that I ever really was brought to. She's not one that I necessarily worked with initially. She's one that I was brought to, but she was probably one of the first ones that I was familiar with, if that makes sense. So I talked about this on Patreon. But to give you a little bit of an understanding about my religion, because my witchcraft is separate, you guys. So my craft and my practice and my religion all mixed together, but you do not need to share my same spiritual consciousness to practice what I practice. Like these planetary oils, you don't necessarily need to believe in the same religious ideals that I do to use these oils, okay? Religiously, I very much consider myself to be a soft polytheist. So, okay, what I mean by that is I believe in multiple literal sentient deities. But I believe that these deities, I consider myself a soft polytheist, right? Not a hard polytheist. So a soft polytheist is someone who believes in these deities in a literal way, and they believe in multiple different spirits or deities. But I consider myself soft because, kind of like we have in Hinduism, I believe that they are all connected to one source. So I view this source as dark matter, as the universe, right? People call this God or whatever. And, you know, there are many different gods, but there are also forces older than gods. I don't know if some of you want to hear that sort of conversation, but there are things that exist that are even older than the gods that we know. And these are primordial forces, older than gods, older than titans. They make up the very universe itself. And one primordial force, one aspect of this force, is considered the abyss or the dark matter. There are many different aspects. There's order, there's chaos, there's light, there's dark, there's life, there's death. These are called the singers of the universe in some traditions. The singers, okay? So everything goes in rhythms and cycles, right? Seasons, patterns. We see this constantly. We ourselves are reflections of our own planet, right? Talking about made in God's image. Our stretch marks, our veins, the lines of a tree, thunder, lightning, our eyes in the universe. We are in the image of stars. Go for it. You spiked my interest. Okay. It sounds really woo-woo even to some other witches and pagans because a lot of people just focus on deity, right? And I think, I gotta change this. Alexa, play Raja Kumari. I gotta listen to something.
I think you want me to play Raja Kumari. Right?
Yes.
Shuffling songs by Raja Kumari on Amazon Music.
This is even woo-woo for some other witches, and especially for pagans. Pagans really don't like when I talk about this because to them, their religion, most of the time, as pagans, and if any of you are pagans, I am not shitting on your religion, okay? Like, I fully respect it. But most pagans kind of like stop at their pantheon. And I think that that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But to me, the divine goes beyond human comprehension and it goes beyond the pantheons. So our pantheons, our gods, are ways that we understand. You look over, Alexa. Okay. Are ways that we understand primordial energy. So I believe in multiple different deities, yes, but I believe they all come from one divine source. Exactly, Redcap. You don't need to have limits. I also consider myself pagan as well. Now, other pagans don't claim me all the time because of my views about divinity, but yeah, I am very cosmic. Okay, so Hecate, the Morgan, and Medusa. Exactly. So think about this. think about these energies and their connection to what I consider to be the dark goddess archetype, right? So you have the maiden goddesses, the mother goddesses, the crone goddesses. This aspect is called the MMC, maiden, mother, crone. Okay, these relate to the moon phases, right? The waxing, full, and waning moon. How come we aren't talking about the dark moon? This is where my personal perspective comes in. So the dark moon is after the waning moon, but before the new moon and the waxing moon. Okay? So it's the stage where the moon is dead, where there's no moon in the sky at all. People are not talking about that because this is a mystery tradition. This is a mystery tradition. Some people think this is a totally new tradition. I believe this to be a mystery tradition. To me, the dark moon is the dark mother, aka the dark matter. Dark matter. Dark matter, which makes up what? How much is that? 28 something percent of our universe? I believe there to be other primordial forces as well. I don't think that it's all just dark matter, clearly. There's other pillars of the universe. There's other singers other than darkness. But that is the singer that I personally subscribe to and follow. So where my relationship is now with Hecate and the Morrigan and Kali Ma and Lilith is that I view them to be kind of like devas and incarnations of the dark matter of the dark mother. So when I'm working with them in my own kind of way. And, you know, I'm venerating them traditionally, but also I believe in being their deva, being a deva of the dark matter, being a deva of the abyss, being a deva of the dark goddess, the dark mother. So there are times where I will put on and embody, and sometimes this is considered like letting a spirit mount to you, right? There are times where I will represent and embody these different phases of the dark matter, the dark mother, the dark moon, because I believe, you know, they serve different aspects because they are still separate. I'm not saying they're all the same. I'm not saying that Hecate and Lilith are the same thing. I'm saying they're connected to the same primordial frequency. Huh? Did you hear that? The primordial frequency. Right. That's what I'm saying. Yes, a physical representation of that essence, exactly. Exactly. Oh, this lash is crazy. Let me fix it. Alexa, play Zach Knight.
Shuffling songs by Zach Knight on Amazon Music.
I had to stop working with Lilith because she became very controlling and aggressive, trying to dominate in a way that didn't feel respectful. Any insight? I have not had that experience with Lilith, but we all, you know, come from different places. So why do you feel like she was being aggressive with you? I have heard from some folks that they feel like she can be jealous and controlling. I have heard that. That's not been necessarily my personal experience. So I would like to hear more of your experience with Lilith before I really advise about that. Any experience on what? Let me see here. Satanas G, any experience? No experience. I'm not really sure what that is. My hair is crazy. I gotta do something with this, y'all. Would you interpret the many 99, I think, names of God to actually be low-key pointing to deities of that God frequency? Yes, River, I would. Yep. The lion hair. I kind of wanted to like, kind of like curl it or do something with it. I don't know. My hair, you guys, I need to do my hair. It's just like crazy right now. I've got my little makeup bandana on. Really? The 60s vibe? I'm in love with the 60s vibe. Just leave it like this. She started telling me what to do and what not, and to move her statue, and inciting fear and groveling in the dreams as if to remind me of her status, which I never questioned. Okay, so let me ask you this. Why do you feel that she would be reacting to you in this way? I'm not saying that we should necessarily, because I work with deity, right? I don't necessarily worship deity. It's a working relationship. So why do you feel that she was reacting this way? Is there a change that you made in your life that she was upset by? Were there other deities that you started practicing with? Were there other behaviors that you started doing? And this is in no way to try to like shame or ridicule you. I'm saying I'm trying to understand myself why she would react in such a way, because I personally have never had that experience with Lilith. I know that a lot of other people, though, have talked about how she feels very controlling and jealous and vengeful. That's not been my experience, but that doesn't necessarily make your experience invalid just because I haven't personally experienced that. So when I ask you these questions, they're purely just from a curiosity standpoint and a attempt to maybe understand why that particular face of the goddess would turn so hostile. I got my nails done today, you guys. What do you think of this? You like my little red crown henna tattoo? I got that a couple weeks ago. I'm kind of obsessed with like this rose gold sort of glitter, which looks just more like champagne gold on camera. But in person, it's more of a pinkish kind of gold. And the nude. I'm really feeling this for the fall. Thank you, lady. It's hard to see. I know. Sorry. Maybe it's my ring light? That's so different. She works quite well with my other two spirit guides. Matrons on matrons. Yeah. I mean, I work with many different faces of the Dark Goddess, which I talked about earlier. Dark Goddess, dark matter, right? The abyss. And I work with Kali, I work with Lilith, I work with Hecate, I work with the Morrigan. I actually have the Morrigan and Kali tattooed on me. I did blood rite rituals to both of those faces of the Dark Goddess. I have the Morrigan on my arm here, which this particular tattoo, not to get too personal with you guys, I guess, on a live stream, but here we are. This tattoo actually covers a lot of self-harm. And that's how I've worked with the Morrigan. And same for Kali. I have stuff on my leg here as well, and my tattoo of Kali, which I can't really show you very well right now, but this tattoo of Kali, this wonderful tattoo artist did, who I love here in my city. This is probably my favorite piece, this one. And it also covers self-harm scars. I thought maybe she wanted me to realize that she's a queen and not being revered in that way with my trying to work with her and balance and other things. I don't know, maybe. I mean, I've not had that experience with her, so I can't really speak to that, and I can't pretend to speak to that. That's one thing about me, you guys, is I'm not like, you know, one of these, like, I don't think I know everything, and I don't have every single experience underneath my belt, and I don't have all the information, right? I don't. I have my own practice and my own experience, and I'm constantly learning, and I will share my knowledge with you and share my path with you, but I don't know everything about everything, and I'm not going to pretend to either. So, I hate that you've had like a poor experience with Lilith, because I feel like she is so, to me, empowering, and I've never felt any sort of controlling or negative energy from her. But I do believe that she can be very ferocious, for sure. Absolutely. Anyway, you guys, I think I'm going to... I'll stay on here a couple more minutes if you guys have any questions, and I'll take some questions if you guys want to ask me anything since I'm here. But I do need to get off of here soon because I'm going to make some planetary oil recipe videos. So those will be uploaded to Patreon. Oh, thank you, Stuart. I have to be a little bit cautious on talking about stuff like that on YouTube because of, you know, the censorship and advertisers, which, I mean, this video already is going to not be monetized because I have music playing in the background and YouTube doesn't like that. But I need to be cautious to not get marks or flags for vulgar or explicit content either. So I won't necessarily go into a lot of detail with you guys. But it's been a struggle for me my whole life, and I've been in recovery with that specific aspect of self-harm. I've been in recovery for about 12 years was the last time that I participated in that particular action. So, but it's been my whole life, right? And still there are times where it's a struggle, and it's, you know, it has to do with my depression and my traumas, and it has been a way for me to grieve and, you know, work through some stuff. But it's not healthy, and I had to do something about it. So I did. Thank you. Yeah, I just take it one day at a time, you know, one day at a time. And yeah, the last time that I self-aged, we'll say, was 12 years ago. Thank you, Bone Whisperer. Loved your first episode of season 2 with Glam Witch. I'm definitely going to pick up a copy. Season 2, what do you mean? You talking about the live stream I did with Michael Herkis? I keep wanting to say their last name is Herkis, and they're like, it's not Herkis, it's Herkis. Herkis. I don't know. Maybe it's my accent. I don't know. I am. There are days, though, you guys, where I still have a hard go of things. Like, I'm not saying that it's, you know, Guns N' Roses every day. Like, it's not. But my spirit has gotten stronger and more adept at dealing with the heavier days. Your first episode of season 2. I don't know about that. Are you talking about the podcast? Because I don't think I've released any of the new As the Cauldron Bubbles podcast yet. Her having her daughter helped with her struggle. I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. The As the Cauldron Bubbles podcast I'm working on, and I've posted that to Patreon, but I haven't posted any of that to YouTube yet. The As the Cauldron Bubbles podcast the season 2 of that won't hit YouTube probably until the end of December, because I'm trying to get at least 12 episodes in. So right now I think I have 3 or 4 of them done and are on Patreon. So, oh, cats are great, Red Cap. Cats are great. I'm making this like turmeric chicken and some basmati rice and some cauliflower and broccoli tonight. I'm very excited to eat that. Oh, midnight, it says message retracted. I don't know what that means. Well, thank you all so much for joining. This has really been amazing. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:34 p.m.
Okay.
Hope you've enjoyed your Tuesday.
Yeah, YouTube told me that most of my watchers are watching between 4 p.m. and 6. So I guess that kind of checks out, because my first stream, which if you guys didn't see it, go check it out. It's the stream talking about Yalda's Night and planetary magic. I was just on that stream, but then the video cut out. So check that out. If you want to join the Yalda's Night event or the Patreon or whatever, check that out. And if you're interested in planetary magic and what I'm doing right now with making these oils, check that out as well. Hey, Kat, thank you. Thank you. This is just kind of like a follow-up to that because I had to close that one out early. So, thank you all so much for all the love and all the support. Hey, Morningstar, thank you for joining. Make sure that you give this video a like, and that if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching this on a replay, thank you so much for joining. And for those of you watching live, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate all the support, and I'm looking forward to our Yalda's Night and making this planetary content for y'all. So yeah. Also too, if you like these like get ready with me style live streams, let me know. Because I like them and I'm happy to do more. But if they're not necessarily what you guys want to see from me, then I won't continue doing it. So let me know. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that you all have a great evening. Much love. So many blessings to you all. And yeah, we'll talk later. Lele Segueda.